guys, I'm Ryan Mack. Welcome back to the Trading Guys, and today we're going to run through our weekly fundamental review on the fundamental side of it, and we're also going to run through trades from last week and potential trades from for next week coming up. All right. What I was trying last week is because I have a huge screen, right? My screen's like a meter long. I know that sometimes, excuse me, I'm going to sneeze. Sometimes. Bless me. Sometimes it's not very. If you're using like a normal laptop size, the video doesn't look very good. I can only apologize for that. I was trying to do it like this, right? So it was like smaller and it did look better. However, when I do this, you guys can't see my live trading page. And you also can't see my Discord page. So unfortunately, until I find a solution for that, I'm just going to have to do it full size. I do apologize if it looks... Let me know below the YouTube video if it looks okay for you. You know, if you're someone who has a small laptop screen. Like when I watch it on my phone, it seems to be fine, you know? But some people do mention that, oh, I can't see it, doesn't look good, blah, blah, blah. So please let me know if that's the case for you, okay? I do apologize if you have any recommendations of how I get around that with being able to show you each screen. Gladly let me know. If I just choose window, it means that you can see this, you can see this, you know, you can see this, you can see this, you can see this, you can see this. But you can't see my trading screen whenever I do live trades, and you can't see my Discord. All right, so it's pretty shit. Give me just one moment, guys. I'm going to, because I do this live as well. For anyone who's in our Discord group, I also do this live. We got some great trades last week, some really shit hot trades. If you look at the trading results, you can see here, look at this. Here's our members. 214 quid. Anthony, this is from my old oil one. This is actually his runner. This isn't his full trade. He's already closed out, like, I think it was $1,117, and then he left a runner, because what we do is we say, okay, close 80% of this trade and, you know, leave 20% running, right, with your stop loss at break even, blah, blah, blah. And this is his runner. Here's another one. Reese is in Nepal right now. He's still trading while he's traveling around Nepal, right? And Anthony, he's actually going to Thailand next month, and he's going to be trading while he's in Thailand. Here's another result, 102. There's Jevons, Anthony again. He's up another 656. That was copying Lee's scalps. Here's Big Brian, 246, superb. Jevons up 25.99% in the morning. Obviously, it's easier when you have a bit of a smaller account, but it's fantastic, right? Here is Daphne. She's doing great. Yeah, fantastic. Here's Anthony's other one. He's up $1,176, all right? So you get the idea. We only charge £97 a month, plus we give a 28-day free trial. So you get 28 days completely free to see, look, do I like these guys? You know, do they practice what they preach? Can I learn from them? You know, are their trades any good? So instead of us just saying, yeah, come and buy our course and blah, 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 we actually give you it for free for the first 28 days so you can test it out for yourself and see if we're bullshitters, right? We like to do that. We like to put our money where our mouth is. What else? So what I'm going to do right now, give me 1 second, is I'm going to do at everyone live fundamental weekly review if you're free to join. Oh, sorry, I'm going to get rid of that. And because I also trade the managed accounts, right? So what I also do is I copy the same thing. I put it in here. So anyone who's in my managed account, they are more than welcome to come and join. There we go. So if anyone wants to jump on, what happens is they'll jump on here. They can see my screen. If I'm doing live trading, they can also see my trading screen as well at the time. Obviously, this is Saturday, so I'm not doing live trading. And we can cover it, right? So, and they can ask, you guys can ask me questions as well if you're in the live Discord. So, without further ado, let's quickly check the trades that we'd lined up for last week. So we were in oil from here. When it got to here, I closed out 80%. I have 20% still actively running. I had already marked this up. Look, we always go for the small candle with a large engulfing, right? If it comes up, retest, rejects, we would enter a sell here if that was the case. Once it breaks through that, this small candle, that previous area of resistance, becomes the new support. So that will come back down, get retested here, reject and go. I should have entered here. Why I didn't, I was waiting for it to build up orders first, like you can see down here, right? Like you can see here. Look, you see how it's built up orders here, it's built up orders here, it's built up orders here, it's built up orders before going. You know, and then when it got to here, it did not build up orders. It just went. I was anticipating it to bounce around here first, build up some orders. When this happened, I was just going to bed. So I was like, yeah, I'll go to bed. I'll wake up tomorrow. And when I woke up, it was around here, right? I still could have entered, but I just, again, look, I thought it was going to do this here, retest, reject, and then go. So it just goes to show, I always say this in my videos, sometimes you don't get the build up of orders, right? Sometimes you just need to take the trade as it as it goes, as it leaves the station, and that's why you always have your stop loss further down. So in this occasion, I just simply missed the trade, right? You've never lost it because you will get a retest, regain, and away you go. So I'm potentially going to enter this, Monday, Tuesday around here. Boom, retest, reject this area, and away it goes. I will gladly enter it. And then if it comes back, pulls down here again, even better, we'll retest and reject and go. Now, if we wake up and there's been trouble in the Middle East over the weekend and oil prices have just absolutely flown, then I just simply won't enter it, guys. I will not try to chase this trade and try to make money. I will only enter it when it meets my criteria. I do not let the market movement determine if I'm going to enter or not. I plan my trades and I trade my plan, right? And that avoids me from getting stuck, falling into traps of FOMO trading and this, that, the other. All right, I just don't do it. GBP CHF was another trade we were in. So we did enter this here. We entered this bang on here. We took it up to here. As this pulled back down, what I said was if it breaks here, comes back for the retest, enter reject, we will enter a second position here and go, which it did not do. So what happened was when this broke down below this previous low, I then closed the trade in profit, right? Waiting for another entry. I did actually give this potential entry here. Obviously, this is the older one for retest reject here, so I can get rid of that. But I actually did give this in the group, but I did say to the guys, excuse me, I'm not actually happy with this one yet because I believe, look, we've got the previous support. Once broken, what happens? It becomes the new area of resistance, okay? Very important. It's a very solid move. So I would not be entering this. You can see if we did enter it, you could have made some money. It's not about making money. It's about taking the best trading setups, right? I saw this. I gave it to the group. I said to them, guys, if you wish to take this, you can take this. However, just letting you know, I am not taking this. What I'm kind of anticipating now is it's going to potentially break down to here, which is a good area on the daily. So I think what we're going to see, I'm going to remove this now because this is all old stuff. Now, I'm going to backtrack slightly. What you really want on this pair is sells, right? It's if you look back on the higher time frames, the monthly, the weekly, it's just sells since the times dinosaurs have roamed the planet, right? So why am I entering buys? Because now you can't sell from down here, right? It's just there's no value to sell from. So what I'm kind of anticipating is a move, potentially like this. Is wait, I'm getting rid of that. In the short term, hold on, I'll show you. Hey, sorry. What we may see here is, something along these lines. Bish, bash, bosh. Boom. You may see that, right? You may also see something like this. All the way up to here, and then down. So we're potentially looking to buy it from here to here, right? We don't really want this one buying from here to here. That's not a trade that I would particularly take, but that wouldn't be my plan. My plan would be to take it from here, here, and back up to here. And then From here, we could potentially take the big meltdown, right? The one from here, bish, bash, bosh, the big. That's really the kind of trades that we want. Or even better still, if it does come back up, retest this zone, then from here down. Okay, but you have to look at what's most likely to happen. It's highly unlikely unlikely that it will come here, right? So we're really going to be looking to take it from here, retest it up to this area, and take it down. Now, if that doesn't happen, if it just comes here, retest, rejects here, and then melts down, I'm not really going to be taking it for sales because there's no real value for it to sell from here, right? Um, I just wouldn't take it. It does not mean that you couldn't take a sell and make a good bit of money. It doesn't mean that. It just means it's a trade that I don't really see the value in it, right? And value is very important in the markets. Many people don't bother with value. It's very, very important. If we quickly comment, let's have a look at prime market terminal for data. We haven't checked fundamentals yet. Of course, we're going to check that soon. All right. But prime market terminal, what is that telling us? So, 2 weeks ago, banks were at 251,000. They then increased their buys to 257, and they've decreased slightly. Now, it's important to note they increased their sales. They've increased their sales slightly. So what they're doing just now is it's not that they're adding really to their sell positions in a drastic manner or a substantial manner, I should say, that's going to flip it from buys to sells. It's still very much buys right now. But it just tells you they've taken some profits. So what does that tell me, right? If the banks they haven't dramatically switched to sales, but they have taken some profits. So what does that tell me? That tells me that there's a higher chance we're going to see this. Boom, boom, take some profits, drop it down. It's going to hit this area here, retest, reject, and then we could potentially be looking for buys. Okay, so I'm going to clear this chart up of what I'm potentially looking to see. And that's it. Make it very, very simple. Make your trading plan simple. What's my plan for this week? My plan is that the markets there potentially going to break down to here, retest, reject, and go. Now, if you look on the daily, that may slightly change because look, you can see, there we go. It's roughly the same. Retest, reject here, and then go. Okay, then you do have this area here. It could retest and reject from down here, and then go again. All right. We just really need to wait and see. All right, you can see on the daily time frame, it looks really dog shit. Okay, so it's like okay, we've already tried the buy from here, retest rejected this zone here, which worked out beautifully because we made profit, right? And it could have really pushed on up from there, which it hasn't. So we then need to reevaluate it. We've closed out in profit, happy days. So I'm in no rush to really trade this pair. The next time I will not be chasing it up and down, up and down, up and down. I will not be even taking this short from here downwards. I'm not interested. The next time I will be interested in pound Swiss franc is when it hits this zone here, retest, gives us a candle close rejection, and then I'll potentially enter it with my stop loss below here. That's it. Anything the market does in this area here, I don't give a shit. I'm not trying to chase it down. I'm not trying to chase it back up if it rejects down here. I'm only caring about what it does when it hits this block here. If it doesn't reach there and it comes down and it retests, rejects this area here, I'm not going to bother entering because the rejection zones from the supply, the support to the resistance, support, resistance, supply, demand, it's not big enough for me to care about, right? There's not a big enough area for me to potentially profit from, and therefore I don't care about it. Okay, it really is as simple as that. Don't overcomplicate your trading. Without any further ado, let's have a look at what the markets are bringing us fundamentally this week. Okay, so as you know, I always do each pair individually, apart from AUD, Chinese, and New Zealand dollar. Okay. As always, trading is a habit. So what do we do? And it's a fresh week. We break out our notepad and we write down trades. We write down strong, weak, and neutral. Okay. Strong, weak, neutral. I know I explain the same stuff every week. That's for two reasons. One, because trading should become a habit. You should be doing the exact same shit, which works every single week, and just stick to it. You don't have to keep chopping and changing your mind, chopping and changing your strategy every fucking week. Just write down the things that happen, the things that work each week, create a habit, and just do that exact same habit every single week. I'm telling you. So look, we write strong, weak, and neutral. For those of you who are maybe watching my videos for the first time and you think, well, that's not logical. Logical would be strong, neutral, and weak. I know that. However, the reason why we do strong, weak, and neutral is that we write down the economies which are strong, slash currencies which are strong, the ones which are weak, the ones which are neutral. We cross out the ones that are neutral and we simply choose the pairs strong against weak. That's the best way to select your trades because you're trading a strong economy against a weak economy, right? It's fantastic. Can you trade a weak economy against a neutral? A strong against the neutral? Yes, you absolutely can. You can even trade neutral against neutral. They just don't have the highest probabilities to give you the bigger rewards because they're too close. They're too tight in terms of strength and blah 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 and value. To get the highest probability and the potential for bigger gains doesn't guarantee biggest gains, but the potential for the higher gains is going to be when you trade a strong economy against a weak economy, i.e. a strong currency against the weak currency. Okay, that's where you get the potentially biggest returns. It doesn't mean you are guaranteed the biggest returns, okay? Because in trading, nothing is guaranteed. That's why. So let's see what we have, guys. This is still this week. So let's see what we'll have this week and let's see what we have next week, okay? AD bank holiday. So, okay, there's a bank holiday last Monday. Monetary policy, blah, blah, blah. Okay, it's all bollocks. NZD, massive rate cut. Massive rate cut from 5.25 down to 4.75. So that's 50 base points cut, okay? Excuse me, so that's a big cut. That's not good for NZD. Manufacturing index is shit. Not that it's a massive problem because New Zealand isn't a manufacturing country, but we still have to see it, right? FPI month on month is up slightly. Sorry. Yeah, it's up slightly. Visitor arrivals month on month is down. And New Zealand is quite big on tourism. They mostly make their money, their economic money, from dairy. So, New Zealand lamb, you always get the best pork chops. Pork chops. You always get your best lamb chops from New Zealand lamb, right? Your steaks, your meats, your dairy. It's a huge dairy country, right? So, but they do also have a large amount of tourists because it's a really good holiday destination, especially if you're a adventure backpacker, blah blah blah. So yeah, NZD is still weak for me, right? We can mark that down right away as weak. What did I have AUD as last week? I had AUD as potentially weak. I had it down as weak, so let's see what we've got for this week coming up. We've got CPI China, which we need PPI year on year. So why we have China here? Maybe if you're new to my channel and you're thinking, well, why is this guy talking about China when we don't even trade Chinese yuan renminbi? It's because there are many countries around the world which do a lot of business together. To put it lightly, okay, they're kind of tied economically in a very strong way. Aussie is very strongly positively correlated with China. So if China is everything's doing great, they're doing a lot of business, they will buy all of their kind of iron ore, steel, opals, fuel, all this kind of stuff from Australia, right? So if China's manufacturing stuff and everything's going up, then it means they will increase their orders from all the mining materials, tin, sulfur, copper, steel, iron ore, blah, blah, blah. They will increase their orders from Australia. So that means the Australian economy comes up, right? So if China does well, Australia does well. I.e., if Aussie economy is doing well, then the currency is going to be strong, right? That's how it works. It really is not any more complicated than that, guys. So therefore, if China is not doing well, it drags Australia down with it because they're gonna not order as much raw materials from Australia. So that means the economy's not doing well because it's a massive mining country, right? It's not all they do, but it's a massive proportion of how they make their money economically. And it's going to come down. So China and USD and a little bit of NZD, they're positively correlated. If China goes up, Aussie goes up. If China comes down, Aussie comes down. Okay. Now, USD and AUD are negatively correlated, which means if USD is strong, AUD is weak. If USD is weak, AUD will become strong. So in your mind, when you're trading certain pairs, you need to kind of think outside the box. It's not very black and white. You can't just go, oh, USD is strong, AUD must be weak. Because if you do that and you look at China and China's absolutely flying, it kind of cancels out slightly about about AUD being weak in that sense. So you need to put all the pieces of the jigsaw puzzle together, right? You can't just look at it very black and white. It's very important that you do that, right? Um, Trading is not very black and white. I know these guru fucking idiots on Instagram will try to say that to you, but it's just not like that. I hate to. If you're a scalp trader, it can be kind of black and white because you don't really need to care about the fundamentals. All you're really caring about is price action, right? So you have to bear in mind, I'm also talking about swing trading, day trading, position trading. I'm talking about longer term overall trades, that I'm going to hold for a long time. So if you're a scalp trader, you can kind of ignore what I said there because you only really care about immediate price action. What's happening on the chart right now for the next 10 minutes, which is not going to be affected by, largely by economy. Okay. Um, Sorry for waffling on, but yeah, trading has just got so many different nuances and so different many directions you can be pulled. So I like to try and explain something when it comes into my mind, right, and try and give you guys the most information that I can. So moving back on to this pair. Have we got a lot of news? Yeah, so next week coming up, well, actually tomorrow, we've got big news that we want to see for China. CPI year on year, PPI year on year. They've not been doing good at all, right? They have not been doing good, so we want to see that. US dominated trade balance, we want to see that. Foreign direct investment year to date year, we want to see that. New loans, we want to see that. NZD quarter on quarter CPI, yeah, we like to see that. We know NZD shit anyway. AUD employment change, yep, that's important. Unemployment change, always important. Why? Because when employment is high, it means loads more people are picking up salaries. If loads more people are picking up salaries, it means loads more people have lives that they need to pay for. When they're paying for life, their mortgages, their cars, their fuel, their Starbucks, all this kind of shit, it's putting money back into the economy. So if more people are employment, more people are making money, more people are making money, more people are spending money. More people are spending money, it stimulates the economy for everything to be good and rising, which means it's good for the economy, which means it's good for the currency, So if everything was coming in great, you'd want to be buying Aussie dollar against weaker countries. Like you'd want to be buying AUD, NZD. You'd do a buy on that. You know what I mean? So this is the way you look at it. If it was AUD Japanese yen, you'd want to be buying it because Japanese yen is dog shit and AUD would be strong. In that example, right? I'm not saying it's strong now, just in the example that I've just explained, okay? Unemployment rate, also very important. If more people are unemployed, it's just the opposite of what I just explained for employment. If more people are unemployed, less people are making money. Everybody's sat at home fucking feeling sorry for themselves. Oh, I need a job. Why is nobody helping me? Blah, blah, blah. And nobody's spending any money, right? Not a nice place to be. I have been unemployed many times. In fact, at one point in my life, 11 years ago, I was actually homeless, believe it or not. And that's not a bullshit story. But that's a story for another day. Unemployment rate. So unemployment rate is very important, okay? And I have been that person sitting on my couch, hunting for a job, feeling sorry for myself, thinking, why is this happening to me? So when I was explaining unemployment there, I wasn't hating on people who are unemployed. I was speaking from personal experience. All right. It is a shit place to be. China GDP quarter on yearly industrial production. We definitely need to see that because we need that. It's a massive industrial manufacturing country. It's how their economy really explodes. It lives on it. I know they do loads of shit, but in general, it's an industrial manufacturing slash country. Okay, so this needs to be high, which it's not. It keeps going down. Industrial production, retail sales year on year. We like to see that as well, because if the retail sales are high, it means people are spending more money in the economy. If people are spending more money at home, it rises things up. Okay, so it's all important. You can't just take one and be, oh, that's good. You need to look at the bigger picture. Sometimes you get mixed data. Sometimes you get, that's great news, oh, that's bad news. That's great news, oh, that's bad news. It's called mixed data. So it's neither good, it's neither bad. One cancels each other out. So it's just kind of stagnant and plain. So you don't really want to be touching that currency, right? Retail sales year on year, unemployment rate. Yeah, we want to cover it also. We've got a big week next week for China and AUD news. Okay, so NZD, New Zealand dollar, is definitely weak. That's totally shit. For AUD, I think I'm still going to place it. My opinion, remember, this is only my opinion, guys. I'm still going to place it in kind of weak right now. It could be weak slash neutral. I just don't see it as being strong, right? Unless we get good numbers this week, to kind of clarify that. But I overall, I don't see it as being too strong. It's one of those weird ones where, it's hard to place it anywhere. So this is just my personal opinion. It's not a currency that I'm like, oh my god, look at that, that's flying. Like the pound. If you show me pound right now, I'm like, pound's fucking amazing. It's it's a stallion amongst all the currencies, so it's going to be super strong. I'm not getting that with AUD, and therefore I'm going to bracket it as weak, and that's just my opinion. All right, guys. You maybe have it down as neutral. That's absolutely fine. You maybe even have it down as strong. It depends on. We all look at things differently, right? So moving on, we can now finally move on. What the hell happened there? What have I done? Right, hold on. What the hell have I done now? Okay, good. We can now get through this a lot quicker. Canada, I had that strong last week because the numbers were coming up. It's a very strange turn for the books. Trade balance is massively down. Employment change is massively up. Massive jump up. Unemployment rate has dropped. This is I'm still going to put it down as strong. I mean, it's not crazy strong, but it's definitely not weak right now with these numbers coming up. So it's starting to see some good momentum. So it's still strong for me just now, which is surprising. It is surprising, right? Because they were weak for a very, very long time. And remember, with Canadian dollar, it's so closely pegged to petrol, fuel, crude oil, that when crude oil was going up, the Canadian dollar also gets strength from that. Okay, so you have to remember that. And oil is going up just now because of the conflict in the Middle East. Now, with oil, actually, in terms of data and information, it should actually really be sales right now. We've got massive amounts of supply rather than we do demand. There have been a lot of oil facilities shutting down, which kind of tells you what oil facilities do not shut down unless it's in a time production is low and they're not making a lot of money. That's when they'll then shut down, because then if they're not going to do it peak production, right, and lose fuck tons of money. So that's another telltale sign. A great hint from one of our guys, Brian, who works in the oil industry. Well, he works in that kind of field, if you like, similar kind of sector. And it was a great golden nugget, which is true. If you look at it now, there's tons of news reports coming out about oil facilities closing down. I think there's Kazakhstan, and there's another couple of places. I won't bore you with it, but yeah, they're closing down for refurbishments and stuff. Places like Yemen have lowered their fuel output, blah, 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 plus the trouble in the Middle East, right? So we have to take that into account. So oil is going up just now because of the conflict in the Middle East. But if we're basing it on fundamentals, oil would really be sales it would be looking for, okay? So CAD is strong, very quickly moving on. We all know the Swiss franc is always shit. There's never any news about it. I mean, it's not a shit currency. It's always a kind of neutral currency. I mean, I'm gonna put it. I had it weak last week. I'm gonna put it in neutral, right? Because I don't think it's ever really weak. It's not that it's weak compared to stronger currencies like pound. In my opinion, right now, not always, but in my opinion, just now. However, overall, the long term, it's always a really strong currency. So yeah, it's a tough one, the Swiss franc to kind of gauge. Euro. Right, let me just have a quick read, guys. Hold on, because there's loads here. German factory orders month on month are massively down. I mean, it's month on month, but we still want to see it, right? Centex investor confidence. Retail sales month on month is down. Don't be fooled by this. You know that this is green. Don't be fooled thinking that that's good. It's not good, obviously. Well, I guess it could be good because it's previously minus 15, so it's increased, but obviously it's still minus 13, right? German industrial production month on month is up slightly. Excuse me. French trade balance down massively. German trade balance is up. When it comes to euro, we look at them all like Spain and Italy, if it's like CPI year on year and stuff like that, big ones year on year. But apart from that, we only really care about France and Germany. We don't really care about Italy, Spain, and any other euro countries because they just don't have enough. Enough what? I don't want to say power. They don't have enough input really to make the markets move as much as France and Germany. Yeah, it's not good for euro. Next week, what have we got? We've got final core CPI year on year, final CPI year on year. They're good. Main refinancing rate, yep. Monetary policy rate, yes. What else? German WPI, French final CPI. I know it's month on month, but we still want to see it. Yeah, so we've got some decent news next week that we want to look out for. I'm still keeping. What did I have it last week? Was it week? I had euro at neutral. Yeah, I am going to keep it at. Let me think. Let me go back. Let me go back previous week as well for the bigger picture. Yeah, there's some good and some not so good. So I'm going to keep it neutral for now. I wouldn't say it's quite weak. The kind of euro and USD are kind of go through this phase where they're jumping back and forth. 1 minute it's weak, 1 minute it's neutral, and it's strong again. So I'm going to put euro as neutral this week. Again, that's just my opinion, guys. If you have a different opinion, of course, you are more than welcome to that. Okay, what have we got next? Pound, we don't even need to check it. Pound is a powerhouse. Let's look at what we've done last week. Sticky, so that's fine. Retail sales monitor is up. Price balance up. GDP month on month up. Construction output up. Goods trade balance slightly down, but it's fine. Index of services slightly down. Industrial production month on month massively up. Manufacturing production month on month massively up. We're not even a manufacturing country. This is what I mean. Next week, what we got? Claimant count change. Yep, we want to see that. That tells you how many people are claiming like benefits and universal credit, blah, blah, blah. So if that goes up, that's not good for the country. If it comes down, that is good for the country, right? Average earnings index. Yeah, we want to see that because if people are earning more money, what happens when people earn more money? They spend more money. They don't save more money. They spend more money on shit, I remember having a job before. I was making £2,000 a month. And after that, my next job, I was making £10,000 a month, tax-free. And I wasn't any richer when I was making £10,000 a month tax-free because I just bought better shit, Instead of living in a 2-bedroom flat with a Ford Focus car, I lived in a 5-bedroom house with a fucking Audi TT. You know what I mean? So I was still broke at the end of every month, but I just bought better shit because I used to be dumb as fuck when it came to how to look after my life financially. Unemployment rate. Yeah, we want to see that. CPI year on year. Core CPI year on year. Yeah, it's all. I won't go through it all. It's all good stuff we want to see for next week. So for me, pound is still a mega powerhouse. It's strong. Okay, moving on. Two more to go, guys, and then we are pretty much done. And then we'll look through potential trades for next week, right? And then we can go. Let's see what we've got last week. What we on again? Japanese yen. Okay, so we know that shit anyway, Japanese yen, but we always have to have a look. Average earnings year on year is down. That's not good. Household spending is down. That's not good. Don't be fooled that colour is green. That's not good. Some people just look at the colour and think, oh, that's green. That must be good if you don't really understand what you're looking at. So it's green because they forecasted it to be minus 2.5%, and it came in better than they anticipated it to come in at, right? Than they forecasted it to come in at. So because it's came in better than forecast, they've put it as green as if it's better, but it's still dog shit. It's still bad because look, it was previously 0.1 and now it's minus 1.9. So that's fucking terrible, okay? So don't be misguided because that's green thinking that that's good. It's not good. It's very bad news. 30-year bond auction, economy watcher sentiment, shit. Prelim Shilton orders, totally shit. Bank lending year on year, shit. PPI year on year, it's slightly better. Money stock year on year, sticky. It's sticky. It's crap, right? So remember, there's a lot of talk right now. When you look at this, right, I know instantly pound yen is a buy. You would never sell that in a million fucking years, right? But let's just take a quick look at it. Because you might see that it is sells just now, and that's going to confuse a lot of people here. Well, it's not yet. Okay. What you may see, I'll go to the daily just so it's look. This may come to here and then absolutely melt, and you're like, why is it melting? Why is that melting? Because the pound is strong as hell, but the Japanese economy is dog shit. So how can that possibly go down? It's because there's a lot of talk right now from the Japanese government and the Bank of Japan intervening, right? Intervening in this and selling bonds and pumping 8 billion into the 800 billion into the economy. I think it was something crazy. Don't quote me on the exact number, but it was something nuts, right? And blah blah blah. And what you'll get is that's exactly what happened here when the Bank of Japan intervened, and you may get that here. It might come here and just go melt, right? So it's one of these things fundamentally and data wise, you want to be buying it. But at the same time, it's like, I can't buy it because you can't buy it from up here because there's no value. The value is down here, like we already marked out, right? This was a value to buy. And then on top of that, you can't sell it because fundamentally it's not a sell. So you have two options. You're going to buy it or you're going to do nothing, right? So we are going to do nothing. That's how you look at it. Let's have a quick look at Prime Market Terminal and see what the banks and the big institutions are saying about pound yen. Let's have a look. Right, so let's look at overview first of all. Right, so they're saying it's neutral. Pretty. Let's have a look at seasonality. Over the last 15, 25 years, October has been buys, right? And it's saying that this is the pattern prediction. It's going to be a mild drop and then go. So it's probably going to go like this. See this right here, right? This small candle, large engulfing. Market's probably going to come up, come back down, retest this small candle, and then carry on, right? That's in the weekly time frame. Let's see what retail traders are doing. They're always idiots, so they're probably being sales. They are predominantly in sales. It's 54, 46%, but they're predominantly in sales, right? Is that, let me just check that is leveraged. Okay, that's fine. Percentage chart only, yes. Okay. But they're closed, I don't need that. Percentage daily, let me just check this. This should be leveraged percentage. Yep. Daily, yes. Bar, yes. Okay, where is the actual settings for it though? There should be. Oh, why would that bar actually? Shouldn't be bar. Let me just change that again quickly. It shouldn't be bar. It shouldn't be that either. It should be this. Anyway, doesn't matter. Let's have a look at what COT's doing. And look, the banks are all fucking buys. You know? The banks are all in buys. Why would you enter sells if the people who have enough liquid volume to push the market are all in fucking buys, which was updated last Friday? Yes, it's dropped slightly, but they're just taking some profit. Why are they taking some profit? Because it's at a vital area. They're going to take some profit. It's going to push up here, and it will potentially melt at that point. It's not melting because they're going down. It'll be melting because they're just taking all the profit because this is a rough area, right? Blah blah blah. Or it's going to break above here, come back down and retest this zone. Then you're going to enter here for buys. You're not going to enter this. Absolutely not. You need to wait until this resistance has been broken, and it becomes the new support. Then you enter here. You do not enter this, right? Do not enter it. And that's how it goes, guys. All right. So yeah, we're going to do nothing on pound yen right now. We're going to wait. The hardest part of trading is not trading. It's fucking not trading is the hardest part. Because people can't do it. You all sit there, you're all like, oh, I need to be in a trade. I need to be in a trade, right? It's just what? Why has that changed? That's just what happens. Next week, okay. Core machinery. Yeah, so we've got news next week that we want to see. National core CPI, yeah, we want to see that. Okay. So again, Japanese yen is weak. Last, but by no means least, USD. Japan's Prime Minister Ishiboji is not. That's okay. Let's just see what that says. We have a little news thing on here, news feed, which is very important. So that's a great little thing. Japan's Prime Minister Ishiboji. Bank of Japan is not government owned. Okay. Japan cannot overcome deflation unless consumption increases. See, it's all based on fucking data. So, yeah, let's have a look. USD numbers were actually pretty good, if I'm not mistaken. 10-year bond, crude oil. See, look at the crude oil inventories. They're massive, plus 5.8. So there's more supply than demand, which means no one's buying fuel, which is not good. If there's more supply, if this is increasing, it means people aren't buying fuel because there's more, basically, oil waiting in storage than what's being bought. So if there's more oil, it means people aren't buying it, which is not good for the currency, right? And it's not good for the price of oil. So oil should be sells right now. It's only not sells because of the conflict in the Middle East with Iran, Israel, blah, blah, blah. Core CPI month for month, yeah, core CPI month year on year. We want to see these. In fact, we did see these. What am I talking about? This was last week. Yeah, they're good. Again, look, it's lower than before. Doesn't mean that it's bad. It was higher than anticipated, so that's actually good news. Even though it's lower, they thought it would be even less, and it's actually better than they thought. So that's a good thing. Unemployment claims have majorly increased. So that's not good. More people are out of a job. Core PPI month on month is good. It's less, but it's as anticipated, right? So it's not really weak. They'd already priced that into the market. PPI month on month is down. Again, it's a month on month, so it's not really that important. Okay. Core retail sales month on month, retail sales. Unemployment claims, yet we want to see that. Philly Fed manufacturing, yep, we want to see that. Crude oil inventories, yep, we definitely want to see that because we're in oil. Yeah, so some good news some news next week that we want to see. Just checking. Okay. So I'm going to put USD in strong because we've had some good numbers coming up and everyone's anticipating these crash. There is going to be a crash at some point, right? But listen, nobody knows when it is, and they can only cut rates when these numbers are naturally coming down. And I know they came down last time, so that's why they cut rates. But ever since they cut rates, things are now going back up, and they're like, oh shit, you cannot cut rates when everything's going up. You can only cut rates when things are naturally coming down. Otherwise, you create a shitstorm of inflation. Now, look here. Japan's Prime Minister, Ishiba, says Bank of Japan will make its own decision regardless of government stance. That's exactly what I was just talking about 2 seconds ago. When I said to you, the government and Bank of Japan are saying we are going to we're going to jump in and, we're going to do something to help the Japanese economy. So if this gets there, you'll probably see it's going to fucking melt. So you can't enter buys, which you should be entering buys, but you can't enter it. Because the Bank of Japan is going to intervene, and they're going to do something, and nobody knows when. I mean, this could come up to here and then melt. Nobody knows, right? So what did I say to you? You can't sell it because fundamentally you cannot sell this, and you can't buy it because there's no value to buy from, right? So you're going to have to do nothing. And the reason why people be like, well, why can't you sell it? If the British economy / pound is strong and the Japanese economy / currency is weak, why couldn't you still do a sell on that? Because what happens is when you work for a massive institution, a bank, one of these big Morgan Stanley, Merrill Lynch, blah, 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 huge institution, right? Their job is to make money in the safest possible way. Now, nothing is ever safe, even for these companies. Their money is never safe, right? So they have to make money in the safest possible way. So when they look at the British statistics on the left-hand side of the screen, right? Pardon me. And they look at the Japanese statistics on the right-hand side of the screen. They're looking at pound and they're like, okay, British government, wow, employment is up. That's great. Average earnings is up. Well, that's fantastic. Employment is down. Oh, great. CPI is even better than last year. PPI is great. Manufacturing is great. Services is great. Fucking hell, the pound is a really, everything's going great for the pound right now. Let's look at Japanese yen. Unemployment is through the roof. Average earnings are down. Spending is down. Credit card is down. Fucking mortgage lending is down. Manufacturing orders are down. Services PMI is down. So everything's down. Nothing's good. So you as a bank or a big institution are sitting here with fucking billions of dollars. You need to then decide which economy am I / currency am I going to put my money in, which is potentially the safest, and it's also potentially going to give me the biggest return on my investment. Is it the economy, which everything's going great, orders are up, this is up, employment's up, and everything's going fantastic, or is it the one that's coming down? It's not the one that's coming down. It's the one that's doing great. It's very strong. It's going up. That's going to be your safest bet. If you lumped all your money into Japanese yen right now, nobody knows what's going to happen. Even if the bank does intervene, you still don't know if and when that's going to happen, right? So you have to decide, am I going to put my money into this amazing economy / currency, if we're doing foreign exchange here, or am I going to put into this dog shit, super struggling, been struggling for the last 10 years economy? You're not going to put your money into the Japanese economy. You are going to put your money into the British economy. So what does that mean? That means if you're on a pair like pound Japanese yen, you are fucking buying pound Japanese yen. You're not selling Japanese yen. For you to sell GJ means that you believe the Japanese economy is better and potentially going to give you higher yields and returns and safer than the British economy. And that is not the case, as I have just shown you looking through the data, right? So I hope that explains it, guys. We are now 47 minutes into the video. That's pretty much us. Let's have a quick look at potential trades we may or may not have this week, all right? And I only take dead cert trades, so I'm not going to bother. But look at how many times this plays out. Even though I said I wasn't going to take it, look at how many fucking times this strategy plays out. If you've been watching my videos for a couple of weeks, you'll see I do all of these weeks ago before they even play out. Look, and I explain them to you. Look, breaks away. Here's your small blue, large engulfing, breaks away. You're waiting for the retest, reject, enter, bang, away you go. The new resistance, once broken, becomes the new support. That's now your new area to enter. Comes back, retest, rejects, you enter the market, away you go. It happens every fucking time. Now, I'm not trading this because it's a shit pair. However, here we go again. It just happens time and time again. Again, you wouldn't be trading that. Aussie Japanese yen. Nah, it's still in this zone here. It could very well, reject here. So it isn't out the woods yet. You've still got this area here close together. Boom. It may go either way. I'm not looking to trade that. Let me just take that off because it's shit. I'm not looking to trade it. Look, there's one that played out. Aussie USD. Bang in the zone, and away we go. If you look here, you've got this. I'll zoom in, sorry, so you can see it. Hold on. Okay, now. Like, you've got your small white candle, large blue, you mark that up. When it comes back, retest, rejects that zone, candle close, in you go. Away it goes. It's probably going to retest here now, reject, and then come back up. I'm not going to take it because it's shit, but that's probably what it's going to do. Look, boom, 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 bang. And if it doesn't do that, it's going to do one of two things, right? The market's going to go like this. Bish. Oh, in fact, there it is right there. I can see it. Sorry. My bad. It's already done it. Hold on. Right there. Why is that so shit? There we go. Look. Small candle. Large white engulfing. It's probably in the 786 Fibonacci. Comes back. Retests that zone. And away it goes. And if I measure this, it's probably it's probably the 618 or the 786. There we go. Look, 786 Fibonacci. You've got your small candle, large engulfing. That's exactly your zone. That's your fucking trade right there. If you're going to take that as a buy, I'm not because it's a really shit pair. But just to show you how simple this strategy is, right? Here it is again. Look, boom, boom, boom. What have we got? This one already played out. Played out again. I'm not trading it because it's a really shit pair. EuroCAD. Nah, really shit. I'm going to take that off because it's dog shit. Euro CHF, nope, not touching it. Euro Japanese, yeah. Again, it's buys, but I just wouldn't touch it. So there is no trade there. Euro NZD, again, boom, came down, retest, rejected, went. Still shit, I ain't touching it, so I'm going to take that off. GBP AUD, look, it's done it again. It's freaking done it again. Look. Small candle, larger engulfing, right? You mark it up down to the pin. When the market breaks away, it comes back up, retests and rejects its zone. That's your entry. Away you go for sales. It's fucking insane. It works every time. Every time. Look, here's the other one. Look, small candle, large blue engulfing. Once that gets broken, that becomes the new area of support. Bang, bang. Every fucking time, guys. Honest to God, it's insane. It's absolutely insane how this strategy works, right? Now, I didn't trade it. I don't take every trade that comes. I just point these out to you in case you guys decide to take it, right? I'm going to keep that as buys, but yeah, I'm just going to wait. I want to see either retest, reject down here, or even better still, retest and reject down here. That would be even better. Actually, I would love that. And then boom, buys, take it up. But let's see. GJ, yeah, I'm not even touching that. I'm just going to turn that off. GBP NZD. Same again, like small candle, large blue engulfing. If you mark that up, comes back, retest, reject, and then it goes. Small candle, large engulfing. If you mark this up, retest, reject, and goes. It's fucking insane. I'm not going to trade it because it's a dog shit pair. But I just like to show you again, right? If you ever want to take any of them, by all means, crack on. This potentially going to go up pound USD. Both are strong for now, in my opinion. So I wouldn't trade it because it's strong against strong, right? I don't trade strong against strong or weak against weak. I only trade weak against strong. NZD USD, you can see, look, it's hit here. I thought it was going to come back up, retest here, but it didn't look. But still, the system still works. Boom, boom. It's probably going to come down to here, retest, reject, and then go back up, potentially. Or, melt down below. Here, it's probably going to do this. Look, I'm going to get rid of this and just show you. All right, so, yeah. What you'll find is, I'm going to mark both of these up. Boom. Boom. what you may find is a scenario like this. Boom, boom, bosh, bash, boom, boom. You may find something like that, all right? Over time, that's what it's going to do. You may not. It may come down here, retest and reject, and then just fly from here. Absolutely could do that, right? Absolutely could. However, previous look, I'll show you. Previous resistance, previous support, once broken, becomes the new resistance. Boom. So that's potentially what you're going to see, right? Excuse me. There it is again, look. Fuck's sake. Small candle, large engulfing, right? So you'd be looking for it to retest and reject. Here, if it goes back up, it once broken becomes the new support. Retest, reject, away it goes. Look. Every time. It happens every fucking time. It's just incredible. I don't take every trade because you don't need to, right? Many traders just take, look, there it is again, fuck's sake. Many traders just take everything that goes. I don't. I'm very selective on what I trade because it's different, right? If you're trading your own money, it's very different for you. You can take punts on things, be like, yeah, it's hit here again, I'm going to go for it, right? I can't do that because I'm trading other people's money, right? So I have to be very safety conscious, and I just pick the trades. That's a nice trade, you know? Again, nothing there. There's nothing really, guys, that I'm going to be focusing on this week, to be honest with you. So there's no new markups for me. Just really oil. Let me see it. Let me jump down to range 4. Let me just clear this up a little bit because it's a bit messy. So that already played out. Beautiful. I should have got in there. I'm a little bit pissed off that I didn't. I just thought, it's going to build up orders like it did here, you know, and then go, and it didn't. It just jumped in. I could have entered bang on there because I was watching it as it played out. So yeah, my bad on that. Sometimes you miss trades, you know, who cares? So look, you've got this here small white, wait there, look, small white candle, large engulfing. Once that's broken, what happens? It becomes the new support. So what I'm anticipating here is this. Bish, bash, enter, bosh, right? That's going to be my next entry point right here, right? Now, it could actually be here because you need to take it up to that wick. But this is my next entry point, guys, right here. Boom, boom, boom. As soon as that hits there, I'm going to fucking enter that right away, okay? Obviously, if it comes back down here, I would enter again, but it's probably going to come to here and then go. Gold. Nothing that I'd really take on gold. Silver. Has silver hit my area? Nah, not. I wouldn't class that, is it? Let me just check on the daily. Oh, it has, you little shit. It has, but it's not. I actually said that if you look back at video last week or 2 weeks ago, I'm not going to take it as it just breaks in here and goes. I'm going to take it as it bounces around. Clearly breaks this previous high. Clearly that hasn't broke it. It's still within it, right? It's broke it slightly, but it's still within it, right? Liquidity grab. I want to see it break clear, come back around, retest, reject, and like this. Exactly. Look, I want to see it like this. Clearly break it, come back, retest, reject, and then go, right? I want to see the same pattern play out here. I want to see it go, retest, reject on a larger scale, and then I'm going to enter it, okay? So that's really what I want to see. This is the best one down here if you entered on this. But let's see, right? Copper. Nothing yet on copper. I want to see it. I'll show you exactly what I want to see. That's what I want to see. I want to see copper. Boom, boom. Come back down, retest, reject, enter, and then go. So that's when I'll be entering copper, okay? Or down here. You could do it down here as well. But that's, look, there it is. Small candle, large engulfing, comes back, retest, rejects, and then goes. That's exactly what we want to see. broken the previous area, comes back, retests, rejects, and then goes. That's it. It's done exactly the same fucking thing here. Look, small candle, large engulfing, you're ignoring the market, ignoring the market, ignoring the market, comes back up, retests, rejects, in you go, and away you go. That's it, guys, honestly. Okay, that's pretty much it. Let's have a quick look at indices, and then I will let you go and enjoy your weekend. Nothing index-wise. Okay, not touching that, guys. Okay, so if you're not a member, look, you can feel free to come and join us here on the trading, guys. We have the trading chat right here. Hopefully you can see this because I can't see what you can see. Hopefully you can see this, where we give scalp trades. We give all the information. Whenever I'm going to trade my managed account, I try to do it live as best I can. Sometimes I just need to jump on, take the trade, and then I'll jump on live. Yeah, sometimes that happens if I have to be quick. Regardless, I still do it live. I still record the video. I give you the rundown. You can ask me questions if you're in my managed account. For anyone that managed, it's called a PAM account. That's a minimum 10 grand. I take 25% performance fee from the profits only per month. If there's no profits 1 month, which can happen because this is fucking trading, right? Then there's no fees to pay. You only pay me when you make profits, and it's only 25% of profits. You keep 75%. I only trade 0.25% per trade. I know that's not a lot because I'm a long-term player. I'm not this get-rich-quick motherfucker. I'm long-term. And I only ever have a maximum 2% risk on the table at any time. So that means it allows me to open 8 trades across multiple different assets. We have wins and losses and blah, blah, blah. I risk small, but I let my runners run for as long as possible because I'm a swing trader, right? So overall, at the end of each year, we get good gains based on small risk, right? Sometimes I will enter a trade. It doesn't mean I enter all trades at 0.25. Sometimes if I like a trade, I'll be like, okay, this is a shit hot trade, and of course I'll naturally increase, but I'll never go over the parameters of maximum risk, which is 2% ever. I would never put 2% in one trade. I maybe go like 0.5% or 1% if it was a really good trade in one. But then, I'd have another 4 trades open at 0.25%. You know what I mean? So the kind of swings and roundabouts balance themselves out. And that's pretty much it, guys. Like I said, look, we like to put our money where our mouth is. We offer a full free month. So if you want to come on, test this out, you don't have to pay anything for a month. When you start paying, we only charge £97 a month, which when you're copying our trades, I can show you here right now, I'm not bullshitting. Just simply copying our trades, you can potentially make more money than that by copying our trades, all right? The proof is all here. You can see it all. Okay, this is all our members. And you can come and join us, guys. All righty. I'm Ryan Mack. This is Trading Guys. Thank you for watching. If you're watching on YouTube, you will find the links below in the description to grab your free month. Please follow the instructions. I know I shouldn't have to say that, but I really do because some people don't follow the instructions. What happens is if you sign up for a free month, the instructions will tell you, please type in free trial in the relevant section, right? If you do not type in free trial in that section and you hit next, the system will automatically and instantly take the £97 from your system, and there's nothing we can do about it because it's not us that's taking your money. It's Stripe that's taking your money, right? So it's not us. There's fuck all we can do about it, I'm sorry to say. You can go through the process of claiming it back on Stripe and blah, 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 but that takes fucking months and it's a massive pain in the arse. So in order to avoid you getting into that situation, just follow the instructions. It's dead simple. It literally tells you, type free trial in here and you will get the free trial, okay? After that, if you no longer want to stay with us at the end of the month, you need to cancel. We cannot cancel because you're essentially not making that contract with us. You're making the contract with Stripe, right? So we can't cancel the contract because your contract isn't with us. Your contract is with Stripe. So you need to cancel that, okay? And it's very simple. All you do is log into our website, go to the back end and hit cancel subscription. That is it. Dead simple, okay? But yeah, that's it, guys. Thank you very much for watching. On YouTube, links are below. On Facebook, links are above. Let's have a great week. See you soon.